Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day, and today we are here with episode number 59 of Free to Play 2 Max, a series where I was free to play, and now I'm working on maxing. So, that's the plan, steps towards maxing. This episode we are taking a big step towards that, and that is going to be by making a lot of money. Basically, my skills lately have been getting to a point where I feel like, I'm going to need a lot of money to get where I need to go. I'm at 2050 total level, and just, I have a lot of Bibles I still need, about 6 or 7, maybe even 8 Bibles, and I just want to knock them out. And the best way to do that is not by walking around Draenor, but by killing Revenants. In my opinion, there's a bunch of different ways you could break down how you want to make money, but for me, this Revenant cave is where I want to go. Right here, this is where Revenants are. I've killed them in this series, I've done them before, but this time I'm going to do it a little bit different. Instead of killing them out here and being unprotected in this big old cave by myself, now, I'm going to pay a clan to protect me, along with other people. It's not just me, This is something that the clan does as a service. Basically, you pay them a large sum of money for 2 weeks, and they will protect you. You will die sometimes, but even if you die most of the time, they'll be able to get there and just chase away whoever was on you. You'll get most of your loot back, and other times you may not even get hit because they'll already be there. Ultimately, what this allows you to do is to just kill Revs with much more ease, because if you've ever done it normally, it is such a hassle, and you can only do it at certain times of the day, unless you want to have a really bad time. With this, I don't have to worry about dying at all, I don't have to be stressed, I can just kind of chill out for 2 weeks, go kill a lot of Revs, and have a good time. And in addition to that, being protected at Revs is good, because if you skull up in the wilderness and kill Revs, you get more loot, because of the way the Rev drop system works. I'll throw a screenshot up now from just a random Revenant, and the two rates on screen are just the different rates between being skulled and unskulled, and these are for the rare items. So by being skulled and being protected, I can kill the Revs in a way I normally wouldn't be able to. So that's the plan. I am going to go just absolutely mad on these Revs, and then I'll put all that money towards some good goals. So luckily I'm able to get going now, even though I don't have the points. I'm still able to trade and get my spot for tomorrow, so that means I have as much time as I can today to get filling on those Nightmare Zone points. And I'm also going to have to sell off my Slayer tab. I'm going to have to take a screenshot of my Slayer tab, rework a nice little Revs tab for these 2 weeks, of course, and I'll get that all sorted out on my own. That's just a little bit of side work that I got to do, but alright, so here is the trade. This is just a big old freaking monka. But obviously, trustworthy. I'm in a trade with him. I see him. Yep. 130 mil. This is going to be absolutely worth it. I have no doubt in my mind. I mean, it is just going to be beautiful if everything goes right and according to plan. So hopefully we can do it, and it should be good. 130 mil going over. Real nice. This guy asked, why are you matching me? Sorry, dude, it's the look, he knows. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. So as for me, I'm in now. Like, tomorrow, my shit starts. My grind here at Revs begins, so I'm pretty pumped for that. As for right now, the plan is to get as many Nightmare Zone points as possible. So right now, this is future me talking. This is after the 2 weeks. I'm not going to spoil anything, but what I will say is it took me about 8 salve EIs to get through the 2 weeks. If you're a bit more attentive than I am, you can definitely get away with less, and if you drop it, you can come back and pick it up. I was never able to do that because I just panic and I'm bad. So you're going to need a lot of Nightmare Zone points. I'll show you what I use as far as my monster setup for this. In addition to that, in case you guys want to get in contact with the person that runs this clan chat, his Twitter will be in the description below. And since I've never even plugged my own Twitter, so will mine. Just throwing it out there. Also a stream link, I'll be live later. So the setup I chose was just your average Darok setup. I don't have it on me, but if you've ever Darok Nightmare Zone, you know what you're doing. If you've gotten this far, that man right there, a good example. I just brought Daroks and some ice gloves along with a spec weapon and your normal setup. And as far as all of the Nightmare Zone bosses I use for max points, I also have a quest cape. This is it. I'm just going to scroll through them. If you guys, want to pause it and look, feel free. It's easier to look at the ones that I don't do rather than the ones that I do. So just, look at that. A little bit of Nightmare Zone work does have to go into this, but you guys gladly didn't have to watch it. Meeting Civilization for the first time in about 3 days. I haven't recorded a clip. I've just been killing ghosts and revenants, and oh my god. third day out here. Cue the meme.
Yeah.
It's only my third day out here. I don't know.
But yeah, man, it has been rough, and I've actually killed a fair few of these gnome women because I accidentally clicked on them on my way to the bank. They've seen a fair share of deaths as well, but I'm going to go look at the bank now. As we saw a little bit ago, and as I talked about, had 130 mil deposited. But yeah, I've been killing Revs a lot, just endlessly. One thing you'll notice throughout this video is I am someone that can play a lot of the day. I have that luxury. It is very nice. I appreciate you all for that. But goddamn, it is a lot of Rev killing. So, basically, just to start some things off before I open up the bank, I am now at 20 almost 3 mil range XP. My first skill above 20 mil XP. I do believe, yeah, HP was the only other thing I could have even rivaled it. And I probably gained about 2.3 mil XP out here. So then maybe like 28 hours, 30 hours of revs. So obviously doing some hard work. I cannot skull up yet though because of the rules. I won't talk too much about, you know, the intricacies of the clan because I'm not supposed to. But just so you guys know why the loot tab is the way it is, I can't skull until the 4th day, until they know I'm not shit. Because if you just got a bunch of shitters running around with a skull and a crossbow, well, they're going to get smited, they're going to lose a crossbow, and people are going to want to come kill us. So, can't do that, but I can skull actually here once I get the next spot. Currently waiting for a spot to open up. The wait list is usually pretty low, but sometimes there are just people sweating out there. Myself included, obviously. So basically, the first 3 days, I decided that I was going to go really hard on trying to just get as many kills as I could, or at least I felt as I could. I had a couple things pop up, so that kind of delayed me a little bit, but no biggie. You know, we keep powering on, and just a lot of revs killed. In total, I have a little log over here. Got a little log here. Shout out to RuneLite. Not that into OP plugins, but, you know, love RuneLite, love the loot logger it has, but just going on through, that's a scary amount of Rev Knight kills. Got 40 mil total from there. I got a 16 mil relic off of that, which was very nice. That was my first ever relic across any account, I do believe. So I was pumped to see that. That was unskulled. I killed a lot of these lower level ones. I'm getting like weird amounts of emblems and statues from, which is pretty cool. They're really easy to kill, and they don't give that many bracelets is what I'm realizing. Like, if you look at this, the goblins, I've gotten 3 bracelets and 300 kills, and I've gotten 2, or actually 3 uniques. So, obviously lucky on the uniques, but the bracelets are just nowhere near. Because, like, dragons, 1 out of every 6 or 7 are a bracelet. Goblins, 1 out of every 100. So, it's kind of strange how the bracelets work, but yeah, just loot everywhere. I mean, I can keep scrolling through it. It's just, it is disgusting. And it's also nice to kind of get an estimated average of the monsters if you take out some of the uniques that could outweigh some of them a little bit. But I've been having a grand old time. I am pumped to keep on going. I'm going to be sculling up in the near future. And yeah, I'll be back with any more of these rares that I get. Let me do a little bit of that. What do you say? Bada bing, bada boom. I'm going to get back on out to the Revenants and have myself a grand old time. And I'll be back when I get something a little interesting now that I'm skulled up. First rare drop since being skulled. Let's go. 8 mil Ancient Effigy from the Knight. Very, very nice. Pumped about that. Whew. Man, alright, that was probably, I guess, maybe 2.5 hours into my skulled adventures. I mean, I've gotten a lot so far, and the rates seem to, like, double or triple, depending on what you're killing, so looking good. Again, I cannot help but to remember to not show the clan chat or anything. I don't know what I'm allowed to show. I'm so on eggshells with that. But I just got another Ancient Effigy. As you can see, this is about 24 hours after my last drop, and I am feeling pretty good. I was actually skulled a lot of today, and you know, I didn't really see any drops. Like, I felt like I've seen as many drops today as I had the last couple days. Now, the one thing that you will see an improvement on is you won't be getting any of these low value ancient pieces. Instead, you'll be guaranteed like some high value stuff, which is partially why I got an 8 mil effigy right there. So feeling good. 177 mil on in there. Oh man, searching for that relic, but pumped about it all, and I'm really liking the skull. I haven't had any close calls. It's been really smooth. Having a great time. And there we go, coming in the game chat. Nice little ancient effigy. I was unskulled actually that time because right now we're kind of getting attacked by clans every now and then, so whenever it's nice and hot, we like to go unscald. That way, no one messes up. Makes a very grave mistake, but yeah, that is a 8 mil one, as you guys can see down there. So throw that all on in there, and 250 mil tab. There's a little bit outside of here. I don't know what all is outside of here. I think just the Rev Cave tabs, and I use some of those. The same with the bracelets of ether. Not all of those are going to be pure profit because I'm turning those into ether for my bow. For example, dismantle. I just dismantled one, turned it into 250 ether, and into the bow you go. Never stay too high on the ether because you don't want to give the PKers anything, but it's kind of how we do it. First time in a couple days I've had to break out the recorder. It is currently, I believe, day 9. They all blend together at this point, kind of hard. But just got myself an ancient relic, as you guys can see in the chat. Another 16 mil, second one so far. I didn't really know the expected rate coming in of relics, and I think now I'm doing pretty alright up until then. Only having one in about 11,000 KC is kind of crazy. I thought I'd see just more weapons / relics. I haven't seen any weapons so far, but I also haven't been scald up a lot. The last few days there's just kind of been a lot of PKers, so I haven't been able to get as much time in there. So now I'm starting to actually be able to kind of sit here and sesh it out with the skull, and that worked really, really well. Another 16 mil there, closing in on a 300 mil tab. So this is later of the same day of the relic, and I just got myself an ancient medallion. I do want to get off right now because I've just been kind of playing for a while. My logout timer may not indicate that, but I have been. And whenever the caves are full, there's kind of like a wait list that builds up of people that are going to go in, and, you know, people filter out. So I'm going to give someone a spot. Gotta go fight. That's why I'm gearing up right now. Also bank that. But today I've hit 1 relic, 2 medallions, 3 statuettes, and a magic seed drop. So I've just had like an insane amount of actual just rare drops and cash coming into this account. So I'm pumped. Total bank worth is 408 mil. We kind of started this whole thing with about 260, so we could see that as 150 mil total profit thus far. We're going to keep on at it out here, though. So looking at my game chat right now, I've been doing a lot, you know, as we can see by the game log down here. I've actually been on for 4 hours, but I just hit a 2 mil ancient statuette like 5 kills ago. I went to bank, came back, and I just got myself another relic, another 16 mil coming in here. Honestly, my luck the last couple days has been nuts, and so obviously the tab is looking pretty good as well. My luck's just been insane right now. I have actually gone to the south spot for the first time. The whole room's kind of laid out in different spots, and I really like the south one. It's very often taken up because it's a popular. You can teleport away quick, but it's also very risky because a lot of clans log there. Gotta stay on my toes. Back again with yet another relic. This is honestly just insane. I got a ton of luck today. This is my second relic today, but the third in 2 days, so I am just honestly losing my mind. I haven't made that much money, like, as far as progress to this tab. I've just been getting tons of relics, so I feel obligated to make a clip. I mean, it's 16 mil, and every time I see it, I just, you know, a little elated. I thought this video wasn't going to be that great. Obviously, it was going to be a ton of money, but I really, really wanted to kind of boost the profit towards the end of this, and I was willing to grind, but I've been grinding, and it has been more than paying off. My goodness. So I don't record in the caves too much because, you know, I just kind of private place. I don't like the breaching the sanctity of it, but, you know, I will for this occasion. I just got 96 attack, and I am going to get a defense level as well right now. Basically, sometimes, you know, you do get killed in here. It happens from time to time. I had a crossbow, so I was losing my salve EI, and I just wanted to kind of stop that, so I switched on over to the chain mace, which I'm going to use for a little bit, and I just got a couple levels with. Probably won't get another one, but just a couple. Back at it again with an ancient relic. I have about 2 days left to go on this. I think it's 2. They usually inform you either a day ahead to 5 days ahead, depending on the schedule of when they send them out. So for me, I'm not going to have too far in advance of a notice. You get 14 days, but I got like a day or 2 back because they were just really getting hit a couple days. So you get your days back. It's kind of nice. But yeah, that is my 5th relic now, so that is really, really cool, and that takes the tab over 400 mil. So we'll keep it going here. And here's a few clips of some of the levels that I got during the video. Every now and then I would AFK when I couldn't be in the caves for any reason, so, and a couple more that were off screen, but for the most part they were just kind of AFK levels that I could get kind of easily. So here we are, after my 2 weeks in the Rev caves. I'm finally just, coming back to the surface, getting out of the cave, and now I can make videos and stream again, so I'm pumped about that. I could not stream in the caves, and as far as videos, I could make more videos, but I was spending most of my time during the day inside the cave. So that's how that worked. The tab right here is just looking so nice at 430 mil. Of course, there was some input costs and paying to be protected, and on top of that, some supply costs. We'll get into that later, but 430 mil is absolutely sick. And as far as all the drops, they're almost all basically like cash drops. Like, all of them are basically like alchables for the most part. And it's just a lot of pure cash, which is why I don't like Revs as like a monster in the game. But if they're in the game, I'm going to kill them. And that is what I did for quite a while. Now, this tab looks pretty good in my eyes. I think the 5 relics is so nice. Even if I didn't get a weapon, I'm not that mad about it. The weapons are pretty cheap nowadays, so it doesn't really matter all too much. But overall, I am just very, very excited with it. 430 mil, and now I gotta worry about selling all of it. The relics and stuff are worth a little less right now because the Bounty Hunter beta made it so you can't trade in any of this stuff, I guess, but they still hold basically their price. The one thing I will say that I've gotten extremely lucky on is the ancient crystals. 11 of those. I don't know how the hell I did that, but that is a lot, and it doesn't matter to me because I'm not an Iron Man. I don't really want to use them, but it is something. Alright, so all of these Revenant kills, these 25,000 I have right here, were done since the collection log came out, so everything is in here. And if we're looking, you can see my 5 relics all came during this time period. That's why sculling is so nice, because there is such a boost in your chance of getting high tier stuff. All of the relics I got were in this 14,000. All the effigies I got were in this 14,000, and a majority of the medallions and statuettes were as well. Now, I did get one weapon when I was unskulled. That was off of like a goblin, if I remember correctly, and that was just insanely lucky. And 11 out of my 12 ancient crystals came in this session as well. So I got insanely lucky. Still haven't hit any of these 3, and that's just an absolute ton of Revenant kills. I think it's finally time to stop killing them on this account. I think I'm ready to call it after those 2 weeks. But now I have to get on to selling this stuff. And then just for a little extra, I guess, if we want to do some more of a breakdown, in all of the regular drops, I would say, or what I would classify as regular drops, I got 233 mil, and in the rare drops, I have 197 mil. So a lot closer to 50-50 than I envisioned it being, which is why I think being skulled plays such a factor into this. That boosts my profits so much, and just the ease of killing the Revs is just such a breeze, man. Killing the Revs with a protection, I never regretted it 1 second. Compared to dying all day for, your bag, your loot on you, having to re-gear and come back all the time, it's just awful. Along with just being safely protected, always feeling pretty good about myself and not having to re-gear every other, 20 minutes. I also was able to get 5 mil range XP in this time, so, if you actually need that XP, that makes it so much more worth it. Like, if you're thinking of going from 90 to 99 and you have a couple weeks where you could just go hard, I don't know, man. I mean, so much money in here, and these relics alone, 79.5 mil, yeah, just crazy to be looking at right now, and I'm so happy to be done here, man. As much as I, enjoyed making this 431 mil, I really have been craving some skilling. But as for me and this 431 mil, what I'm going to do with it, basically, I have created a spreadsheet where I have my total profit, and we do have another mil in profit than what I expected, but in my bank right now, I have a total of 100 mil. I'm going to throw in 160 to get my bank back to what it was, and now with all that money in there, that means this is my net profit, 270 mil. So before we get into the Grand Exchange, my spreadsheet is just going to go up on screen. We'll talk about it. On the right-hand side, we have the breakdown of the total loot, the profit, and that's how I got to the 270 mil. Now on the left, we have the skills I want to get to 99 that I would consider buyables, and kind of the order in which I want to get them. Starting from the top, the first 5 are grouped together because I can buy them basically ahead of time. There's not too much cost in buying the supplies. Most of the loss is just what you're going to be buying them for. Something with like air battle staffs that we have at the 6th spot, for example, You're not losing a lot of money on the battle staffs, but the battle staffs themselves cost 9k a piece, so you can't really buy 99 ahead of time like that. You gotta buy it and roll your money over whenever you can. So for that reason, the first 5, I went with gold ore for smithing because I think blast furnace gold ore just makes a lot of sense. My farming method, I'm just doing my regular palms, mahoganies, crystal tree, and redwood runs until 99. I'm not going to up the cost on that because I don't think there's really any reason. Oak dungeon doors at 72 mil till 99 from where I'm at. I believe I'm at 83. Fire making is at 89 right now, so that's going to be 7 mil till 99 with redwoods and magics. I may go do some winter top, but I kind of like just fire making, honestly. I'm a little weird. And then fletching, adamant darts is how I'm going to go about that. I could downgrade to mithril, but honestly, just tapping like that, I just don't want to do it that much. So I'm going to upgrade it to adamant for me, spend a little bit of extra cash. In the group of the bottom 3, I want to get the crafting cape first because the crafting teleport takes you directly to a bank, and it's a very, very useful cape perk. So that's kind of why I want that. That's going to cost me about 30 mil, bringing me down to 56 mil total left after that. And 56 mil does perfectly align with prayer. But herb lore, I'm going to kind of need to get to 90 because it's useful for raids 1. So basically that last 56 mil, I will just portion out between herb lore and prayer as I seem fit. As for me right now, though, I'm going to go ahead and buy as much supplies as I can for my 99s. And I'll be back when I got the offers. A big reason I like this as well, and the timing that I'm buying these 99s, is because Volcano came out recently, so a lot of stuff is kind of low in regard to GP per XP for these skills, so I'm getting it at a really good time, too. And here's the aftermath of what I have done. Basically, like mid-spending, I just decided screw the whole plan that I just had. Basically, the only adjustment I really made is instead of having fletching be one of the 99s I was going to buy, I decided to buy prayer for 99 and start working on crafting. Basically, the reason I did that is because fletching darts till 99's nice, and it gets stuff out of the way, and it's cool. There are so many fletching methods like dragon darts, rune darts, amethyst of many different kinds, bolt tips of different types. I mean, there's just a ton of fletching methods that you can sometimes find that are profitable and even better. So I'm just going to wait it out, and we'll see when that all happens. But here's the offers that are in. I have 271 mil, and yeah, got all my gold ore, 125k there. Got all these oak planks right here buying. The hydro bones are going to be fun. Palm saplings as well. I'll grab some, mahoganies in the future with some spire money that I have. But I'm pretty good overall, and God, I am so happy. So we'll just let some of those buy. But yeah, I think that's where we are going to end it off for this episode with a nice little grand exchange filled with goodies that we can have for next episode we can start working on. So as I teleport on out of here, I just want to say thank you guys for watching this video. It took me a decent amount of time, but I will get back to obviously uploading on a better schedule and getting you guys more content. Free to play to max included as well. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like. Anything you want to tell me, let me know in a comment down below. And on top of that, if you want to see more videos like this as soon as they go live, make sure to subscribe. With that said though, hopefully you guys have a good one, and man, does it feel good to be done.